Hey guys, it's What's up? I hope you're good. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this video, which is what I read in August. So in August, I had actually a very good reading month. I had 4 or 5 stars. Like, what the fuck? And like a lot of 4 and 4.5, which is fucking amazing. So at the start of the month, I finished my reread of my Lily Gold books. She's one of my 2 favorite authors, so there's her and Ali Hazelwood. The last 2 books that I read were Nanny for the Neighbor and Faking with Benefits. So, Nanny for the Neighbors. So this book is about Beth, who is a nanny without a job. And she's had a crush on one of her neighbors, Jack, for a little bit. Now, Jack lives with his 2 roommates, who are Cyrus and Sebastian. Cyrus is my favorite. Now, those 3 dudes one day get a baby on their doorstep with a note that says, "To the boys in apartment 5A, congratulations, you are fathers." So, in the past, they have casually slept, all of them, with the same lady. Group settings and just one-on-one. And, well, there was a baby out of that. These men do not know which of them is the father, nor how the fuck do you deal with a baby. And they don't have anything for the baby except the carrier that she came in. But this is where Beth comes in. Being a nanny, they're like, hey, we need your help, we're going to pay you, whatever, like, please help us, teach us how to be parents, what the fuck is going on? And she does, and they all slowly fall for each other. And so yeah, reverse harem. That was a 5-star. Lily Gold books are always a 5-star for me. They always hit just perfectly. Now, my favorite of her books, even though they're all 5 stars, is Faking with Benefits. Oh my fucking god, I love this one so much. Like, you can see how much tabs I have on this shit. I just love it so fucking much. So this book is about Layla and her 3 friends who are also her neighbors, but they've been friends since she moved in there like 5 years ago. So they are Zach, Luke, and Josh. Weirdly, I do not have a favorite. In this one, I have a least favorite, but he's still like fucking amazing. So Layla has a disastrous dating life. She goes on dates like twice a week. Nothing ever happens of it. And the boys, they have a podcast about dating. So, as a little segment on their podcast, they start fake dating her to teach her how to date. Now, like it is with fake dating books, they'll fall for each other, of course. Something I like about Lily Gold is that there is depth in the people. For example, in this one, like, Cyrus's family life is talked about. Beth was in foster care most of her life. Jack and Sebastian's family life are also not the best. So, like, there's depth in the characters. In this one, there's a lot of talk of bullying. So, just so you know. Then I was back on my dark romance bullshit because I am who I am. I read the 4 books in the Filthy Wicked Psychos series by Eva Ashwood, which are Twisted Game, Beautiful Devil, Corrupt Vow, and last but not least, Savage Hearts. I'm pretty sure I give this whole series a 4 out of 5. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what I gave it. So this series, holy shit. So this book is about Willow, who really needs money for her to pay her college. She works at a strip club as a waitress, and her boss says, well, are you still a virgin? And she's like, yeah. It's like, well, there's a lot of people ready to pay a lot of money for virginity. So after thinking about it, she's like, okay, like, I'll do it, whatever. Then we also have the 3 brothers. Yes, there are brothers. 2 of them are twins. If that's not for you, I'm sorry. Who are Victor and Malice, who are the twins, and Ransom, the younger brother. They want to kill a certain man who killed their mom. Well, the man who killed their mom is also the man who is trying to buy Willow's virginity. The night that, is about to fuck Willow, for lack of better words, they come in and kill him. Now, they're like, we are not going to kill her, but we need to keep an eye on her because, they warned her, if you say anything, then we will kill you. So, they kind of stalk her, and they all end up falling for each other, and there's, a lot of thing going on. There's some gang violence, there's a mysterious person sending them things they need to do. There's just a lot of stuff. And I was reading the first one and I was like, are you sure 4 books for this? But the more it went on, the more I was like, fuck yeah, 4 books. Yeah. So I really liked it. Also, Ransom, that man could do anything to me and I would thank him. Could punch me in the throat and I was like, thanks. So, next, I finished reading the Brutal Birthright series by Sophie. Lark had already read Brutal Prince, which is the first one, back in, I think, June? Maybe May, I'm not sure. So, let's go through these. So in these books, we basically follow 2 families, the Griffin and the Gayos, who are mafia families. The Gayos are Italian mafia, the Griffins are Irish mafia. And in book 1, the oldest brother of the Griffins end up marrying the little, she's a middle kid of the Gayos. And now we just go on about all the siblings in this. So it's about Nessa Griffin and Mikolaj. I never remember his name. Mikolaj Wilk. We just call him Miko all the time. So Miko kidnaps Nessa because the Gaio and Griffins ended up killing his adoptive father, so he wants to get back at them and seek revenge. Now, this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, so, they fall in love. And Miko is actually the head of the Polish Mafia, so that's one more mafia added to the mix. And honestly, Miko is hot. That man, fucking love him. Anyways, Beauty and the Beast retelling, so a lot of Stockholm syndromes. I do not love when books do this, but I loved towards the end how Miko ended up dealing with the Stockholm that Nessa had. So fun. Next, we have Savage Lover, which is about my boy Nero Gaio. He's my favorite of all of them since book 1, and having his own book made me love him even more. This one is the one with the lowest stakes, but honestly, you don't need to have a big thing happening for it to be sweet. So this is about Nero Gaio and Camille Rivera. I'm not know if I should say Camille or Camille, because Camille is the French version of saying it, and that's my first language, and Camille is just the English version of it. So while I was reading it, I was going back and forth. They knew each other from afar in high school, never really talked to each other, and Camille promised herself to never fall for Nero Gaio because he just goes for women. He doesn't give a fuck. He's a fuck boy. And that's until one day she's mixed into some illegal shit because of her brother and needs to befriend Nero. And slowly but surely they fall in love because they have some similar interests. And it's just very sweet. And this one was my favorite out of all of them. Next, we have my second favorite, which is Bloody Heart, which is about Dante, who is the oldest of the Gallo brothers, and Simone Solomon. So in this book, you have like two timelines. You have the start of it, which is 9 years ago, and the end, which is now. Which you need to know if you read them in order, because it fucked me up while I was reading it. Like at the start, before I understood. So it's a second chance romance, which I like. I always like them. This is the hardest book for me to describe, because anything can be considered a spoiler in this. So this book is about Dante Gallo, which is the oldest of the Gallo family, and Simone Solomon. Simone's father is in, I think, politics. I'm not sure. They start seeing each other, and, well, let's just say when her father learns who Dante is, he bans her from seeing her. But she's willing to do anything just to keep being with him. Until one night when she has to run away. Well, 9 years later, she's back in Chicago with a big fucking secret. And she reconnects with Dante, and we have a second chance romance going on. But that secret is a big fucking thing, honestly. Both for her to keep and when Dante finds it out. I really liked the relationship from the before part and the now part. They were just very sweet together. And honestly, you can tell that they were made for each other. Book number 5 in the series is Broken Vow, which is about Riona Griffin, which is the last of the Griffins family. And Raylan? I never know his last name, so we're just gonna go with Raylan. Oops. So this is a bodyguard romance. Someone is after Nesta, someone who never misses their shot. And Raylan's there to protect her. Well, it's bodyguard romance. You know, being together 24/7. And just, Raylan falls first, honestly, and he falls hard. But he knows that, like, if it doesn't happen, like, he's sad, but if it's not made to happen, it's not gonna happen. Well, my dude, it happens. I really like this book. If you read the series, you will know Raylan from the end of Broken Vow, because he was in the army with Dante. Last in the series, Heavy Crown. Now, this is about Sebastian Gallo, who is the youngest in the Gallo family, who in book 1 happens to have his dreams practically ruined when one of Callum's friend, his bodyguard, best friend, driver, breaks his knee. Sebastian had a big dream of becoming a basketball, like a professional basketball player, and that just ruins it. Well, he now knows that he's most likely is going to have to be in the family business. He's not sure about it, but oh well, you know, like. And then one day he sees Yelena Yanina just put into a trunk. He goes and saves her and ends up going to party with her, like, after. He starts slowly but surely falling for her. She does slowly also fall for him, but one thing Sebastian doesn't know is that Yelena Yanina is the bratva, so the Russian mafia's, like, that mafia boss's daughter. And, well, her father has plans involving getting through to the Gallo family. This book is really an amazing way to end the series because, like, yes, you follow Sebastian's story, but you do see, like, glimpses of where the others are now. So, for example, this is, like, 3 years after the first one, I believe. So, now, Ada and Callum have a kid, and Dante and Simone are married. Like, you can really see where they are now. And also their love story is, well, when you think of a mafia love story, that's what it is. Something I like about the epilogue of it is that it is about their son. It is 18 years later, but it is like a prologue kind of to the Kingsmaker series by Sophie Lark, which is about their kids. So I'm pretty sure Sebastian was my least favorite of the Gaios. His mind is all over the place, but also, like, I get it because, well, his dreams fucking shattered at the same time as his knee. I don't know. It was a good way to end the series, but not the best, like, story by itself. I then finished the month with 2 5 stars. I started the month with 2 5 stars, ended it with 2 5 stars. Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. Holy fuck, I loved it. I have loved Christina Lauren. Like, I've loved their writing for so long. Both more of their rom-coms like this one, and then more of their, like, steamy series, like the Beautiful series. And oh my gosh, this thing. I loved it. Oh, also, I got it in a blind date with a book. So, like, I put that there. Got in a blind date with a book. I guessed what the book was from the thing, like the little, like, description. And honestly, I'm very fucking happy I guessed it right. So this is Jessica, who is a single mom and hasn't dated since the father of her kid. So she's only been focusing on her daughter, her grandparents, who she's very close to, and her job. Until one day, she learns about a dating app that works with DNA. They discover it from one of the dudes that actually created it, Dr. River Pena. And her best friend, Fizz, is like, you know what, let's give it a try. Like, fuck it, let's go. Jessica doesn't really want to, but ends up doing it in a moment of what she deems as weakness. Until one day she's called into the office of Genetically, which is the dating app. And she is told that she got a 98% score with none other than Dr. River Pena. Now, you know, a 98% score is an amazing thing for the app and, you know, for the company. So they end up paying her to go on dates with Dr. Pena and doing little interviews and, like, ads, basically, for the app. And of course, you know, they end up falling in love because it's a rom-com. Come on. I just want to say that her best friend, Felicity, Fizz, I love her so much. 5 star. I will definitely reread this one day. Like, I finished it and I was like, I want to reread it, like, right now. That's how amazing it was. Then the last book I read in August, which was another 5 star, is The Fiance Forest by Alexandria Bellfleur. You might know her from the Written in the Stars series. It's a rom-com series. I pretty sure I gave the 3 of those books 5 stars also. This is a sapphic, fake dating, arranged marriage story. So, to get out of family events, about 6 months ago, Tansy Adams started saying that she couldn't go because she had a date. And that devolved in she has a girlfriend. But no one ever met the girlfriend. Tansy kept saying that her girlfriend's name was Gemma. Someone in her family, I think a cousin, a step-cousin, or something like that, found a picture of Miss Gemma Van Dalen, is it? yeah, on her phone and just thought, oh, that's her girlfriend, whatever. Never confirmed it. Until she is at one of her step cousins' wedding. Like, we're just going in family tree here, so bear with me. One of her step cousins' wedding where, well, Gemma Van Dalen walks in. She's the cousin of the groom, and she's there to honestly create chaos. And, you know, the person of her family who saw the picture was like, oh, that's your girlfriend. Like, your girlfriend's here. And so the lie just expands so much. She ends up having a dance with Gemma where she explains her the whole thing she got herself in. And Gemma was like, well, that works in your favor because I need to get married to get my inheritance from my grandpa. And, well, that would be very easy just to say, like, yeah, we've been dating for 6 months and then we'll get engaged and then we'll get married, instead of just a sudden wedding where, like, the family will believe that she did only to get her inheritance. So, there's this fake dating arranged marriage because they will be getting married for the inheritance. That happens, and well, you know, they do fall in love. I was so happy to read a sapphic novel. I had it in a while, and it just warms my heart because I imagine myself as one of them, honestly. Probably Tensi. She is the most awkward, but honestly, she's a sweetheart. So I said, like, Written in the Star, but I like Cinderella Belfort, but there's Written in the Star, Hang the Moon, and Count Your Lucky Stars, which is a series that she also wrote and that I loved. Honestly, if you are yourself sapphic, a woman-loving woman, one might say, pick up her books. They are fucking amazing. Well, Hang the Moon is a cishet couple, but there is, you know, sapphic characters all around them also. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!